The heart of your teams, the heart of Arizona. Bally Sports, Arizona. The heart of the fan.
Dalton Varsho, fly ball, right field. Diamondbacks walk it off.
It's been a great start to the homestand for the Arizona Diamondbacks. A 4-game weekend series with the San Diego Padres. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night on Bally Sports. First 2 games of the series. Well, the Diamondbacks took Thursday night's game in blowout fashion, 12-3. Last night, it was a 1-run win, which has been so elusive for this D-backs team, but they were able to notch a 3-2 victory. Now today, a chance to win the series. Hi, everybody. Jody Jackson with you here as we get you set for first pitch, and the Diamondbacks doing it in a number of ways. Tonight, it will be the first career Major League start for Tyler Gilbert. So a lot of storylines to get to as we bring in Steve Berthiaume and Bob Brunley, who will call tonight's game. And guys, we've seen a lot of young guys make an impact, whether it's Josh Rojas, Pavin Smith, or as we saw to start the broadcast, the walk-off winner last night, the first of Dalton Varsho's career. It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It has been, Jody, and it's been a narrative, Bob, that has seemed to reinforce itself over the last couple of weeks here. Last night, as Jody mentioned, Dalton Varsho was the new leading man with the RBI single, and then at the end, the walk-off homer.
Well, obviously the walk-off homer is the highlight, but I was very impressed by the single in the second inning. An 0-2 count, stayed on a breaking ball, down and away, shot it into left field for a base hit to drive home a run. And then, of course, a walk-off home run. It just doesn't get any better than that for a young player, for a veteran player, for any player.
D-backs' first walk-off homer since Gerard Dyson back in April of 2019. And Varsho is part of the wave that Jody mentioned. That wave is now starting to wash on shore a little more consistently.
Now you see what these guys have done in their recent history. 22 games for Dalton Varsho, hitting over 300 with 6 homers. Josh Rojas, all he does is get on base 3 times a game. And Pavin Smith, although he plays a different position sometimes in a single game, has continued to swing a hot bat for the Diamondbacks. You're going to see a lot of these 3 guys moving forward.
Well, they're up against the veteran Joe Musgrove for the Padres today. This young Diamondback star narrative may continue with Tyler Gilbert, who makes his first career Major League start.
Yeah, he looked really good out of the bullpen in relief of Madison Bumgarner. He was the bridge guy between Mad Bum and Tyler Clippard against the Giants, and came in and did his job. Struck out Austin Slater, struck out Darren Ruff, got another easy out in that inning. Tyler Clippard came on to get the save and just sent his family into hysterics up into the stands that night.
That was a great moment. Now, don't for a second think, okay, it's just an opener, it's a bullpen game. Tyler Gilbert has been a very good starting pitcher at Reno for the first 2 months of the year.
Yeah, he's been the ace of the aces. I mean, anytime you put up a 3.44 ERA in the Coast League, you're doing something right. He struck out nearly a batter per inning, rarely walks anybody.
Just his 4th ever appearance, his first ever start. He gets the ball tonight against the Padres. Brunley gets the ball next. It's the Brunley breakdown after this. Bally Sports is brought to you by your Valley Honda dealers, where you'll get more standard features for less money. By Taco Bell. And by Nova Home Loans. Real loans for real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. We've got this. Oh, looking to make it 3 in a row over the boys from San Diego. Brunley breakdown time. What do you have?
Well, we refer back to Tiny Bradshaw in 1951 in a song that was made popular by a number of rock and roll bands. But when you're going good, you want to keep that train a-rolling.
On down to San Antonio.
No, not that
Different
version.
song. Oh, all right. Well, it is Saturday. We're wearing our Johnny Cash black uniforms, and we will get this one started in just a moment. Inside, cool and comfortable. Welcome to the broadcast. Steve Berthiaume and Bob Brunley with you. D-backs and the Padres. Left-hander Tyler Gilbert, the 27-year-old rookie, gets the start tonight. Just 3 career appearances all this month, all in relief. His first Major League start is right now.
And obviously you're hoping for a really quick 1-2-3 first inning for Tyler Gilbert. Let him get his feet underneath him out there. He's looked very good in his 3 relief appearances.
Well, Padres offense, Bob, only 5 runs in this series so far. Valley Chevy Dealers has the lineup.
Left fielder Tommy Pham will lead it off, followed by second baseman Adam Frazier. Manny Machado will be at third base. Jake Cronenworth at short. Austin Nola the catcher. Eric Hosmer at first base. Will Myers out in right field. Trent Grisham in center. And right-hander Joe Musgrove on the mound.
Scott Perry, our plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. Tommy Pham. Padres have hit 8 leadoff homers this year. Pham has 5 of them. Fouled away, and it's 1-1. Tommy Pham, 3 hits in this series. He doubled twice Thursday. Chase Tingler tonight going with the exact same lineup as last night. In fact, it's the 4th time in the last 7 games San Diego has used this lineup. He's trying to get some consistency, he says. Didn't go, says John Lipka.
Well, it's easy to say when your offense isn't firing on all cylinders, but the Padres have looked a little flat in this series. You know, when you're not getting a lot of base hits, when you don't have a lot of base runners, when you're not getting guys on the plate, there's a tendency to look at a team and say, boy, they're playing flat. But you look at the names in this Padres lineup and you hope they stay flat for 2 more days.
Well, he admits they might be pressing a little bit. He wants to see his guys loosen up, play with a smile, play with some energy, he says. 2-2 to Pham. Tries to run that fastball in there. So far from Tyler, we've seen low 90s fastball, tops out at 92. Cutter and a spike curveball. Trying to cutter right there and lost him. And it's a leadoff walk. Let's take a look around the diamond now at the D-back defense, brought to us by E.D. Marshall Jewelers.
David Peralta getting the start out in left field. Ketel Marte in center. Pavin Smith over in right field this evening. Drew Ellis with the start at third base. Nick Ahmed and Josh Van Meter make up the double play combo tonight, with Asdrubal Cabrera manning first base. Dalton Varsho, last night's hero, behind the plate for lefty Tyler Gilbert.
Adam Frazier, the second baseman. .319 batting average. That's tied with the Reds' Nick Castellanos for the National League batting title at the start of play today. And Frazier leads the major leagues in hits. Reds are right on the Padres' heels for that second National League wild card spot. They lost today, however, at Philadelphia 6-1. Frazier 1 for 4 with a single last night. Had an RBI triple Thursday. He's hit safely in 9 straight. Overshift on that first base side against him. There's the cutter. Gilbert likes to go to that pitch fairly often. He's got a split changeup he's thrown once in a blue moon, but it's pretty much fastball, cutter, curve. Dalton Varsho back there tonight. 1-2 on Frazier. Tried another cutter out there. Now it's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Gilbert's last start was just over 2 weeks ago, July 29th at Sacramento. And he was outstanding. 6 innings, gave up just 1 run, 3 hits, and had 10 strikeouts. Slowly hit. Van Meter, Ahmed, and they roll it. 2 outs in the first.
Not always sure who the cover man is going to be on those ground balls when you're playing the exaggerated pull shift, but that was executed perfectly that time. Josh Van Meter, ground ball leads him right to the toss to Nick Ahmed. Easy double play that time.
And that's something the Diamondbacks infielders practice with Tony Perez-Chica, that sort of underhand toss moving to your right in case you are there in a situation just like that. Manny Machado now. Machado A swinging bunt single last night. That's been his only hit in the series. He struck out twice. .284 hitter on the year, 21 home runs. There's the fastball up and away. Diamondbacks in large part have done a nice job with Manny Machado this year. 14 games, all but one of them starts. And Manny is hitting only .226 against the Diamondbacks this year. He has homered twice. And I think he'd pretty much sign up for that every time.
Oh, yeah.
Considering the talent level of this guy, one of the best there is.
And also considering that the two guys hitting in front of him are usually on base. So if you can slow Manny down a little bit, that'll cut down on their run scoring opportunities.
There's that spike curveball of Tyler Gilbert's. Yeah, Machado among the major league leaders in runs batted in. Tyler, 2 strikes, 2 outs, looking for a clean first. Torey Lovullo told us earlier today that Tyler is built up to go as long as they need him to. So this is by no means an opener or bullpen game. As we mentioned a moment ago, he's been starting all year with the Reno Aces at AAA. Hey, there's a good start. The cutter gets Machado. Double play and a strikeout. Good start for Tyler Gilbert. Walk-off winners last night. A chance to clinch a series win against the Padres tonight. And Bally Chevy Dealers has the lineup.
Josh Van Meter, the second baseman, will lead it off for the D-backs, followed by Ketel Marte out in center field. Pavin Smith will be the right fielder. Asdrubal Cabrera at first base. David Peralta celebrating a birthday out in left field. Drew Ellis, the third baseman. Dalton Varsho doing the catching with Nick Ahmed at short. And left-hander Tyler Gilbert on the mound.
28-year-old righty Joe Musgrove out there for the Padres. A San Diego native. He grew up a Padres fan. Acquired from Pittsburgh in January, and so far he has delivered. Top 10 in the league in ERA.
And they need him to keep delivering. Their bullpen in the last 4 games has thrown nearly 20 innings. And they have a bullpen game scheduled for tomorrow, so they need Musgrove to go deep tonight.
Josh Van Meter leads it off. Van Meter sends one toward the pool. It's off the wall. Josh Van Meter, a leadoff double. There we go.
Boy, he's been a doubles machine over the last 2 or 3 weeks and leads off the ball game. Very first pitch he sees, he finds that gap in right center. Looked like it hit right at the base of the wall out there by the pool. Will Myers gives up on it, decides to play the carom. And Josh Van Meter in scoring position right away.
Good start for the Diamondbacks. Van Meter aboard in scoring position for Ketel Marte, who homered last night. Just off the plate with a cutter for Scott Barry. Ketel at .346. The home run is 5th of the year. A line drive out to left off of Blake Snell. For Ketel, the home run was his first since June the 2nd. He'd gone 114 plate appearances since his last homer.
It came on a curveball from Blake Snell. Absolutely perfect timing from Ketel Marte. Started with that high leg kick, got the front foot down, and then just waited on that curveball.
As Jody mentioned with Gracie on the pregame show, it was a couple of hanging curveballs by Padres pitchers that made the difference last night. With Marte and then later Varsho. There's Blake Snell. Did not have his A game, but found a way to keep his club in the ball game. Struck out 6 over 5 innings. Van Meter a leadoff double. Now it's 3-0 on Ketel Marte. Pavin Smith in right field tonight, bats third. Fair ball. This will get Van Meter home. It's in the corner. Back-to-back doubles started off. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks.
What took so long? Wow, talk about a good start to the ball game. Ketel takes a 94-mile-an-hour heater and shoots it right down that third baseline. Josh Van Meter, who had also doubled, will score easily, and now Ketel's in scoring position.
Last 3 swings by D-backs batters. The Varsho homer, doubles by Van Meter and Marte. Not bad. Here's Pavin Smith. There's a slider. You're going to see a whole bunch of those from Musgrove today. Pavin at 270 with 9 home runs.
Yeah, lots of sliders, lots of curveballs, lots of cutters. His 4-seam fastball is actually his 4th most used pitch this year.
No pitcher in the major leagues this year has thrown more breaking balls than Joe Musgrove. 2 years ago with the Pirates, he threw his fastball 38% of the time. This year, as a Padre, it's less than 17% of the time, so pretty much in half. There's the cutter at 91. Now, all those breaking balls may also account for one thing. No starting pitcher in the majors has hit more batters than Joe Musgrove, so be on guard. He's plunked 14 this year.
Well, he is a former Pirate.
Well, it's going to give him the benefit of the doubt they weren't all on purpose. It's funny that the only guy who's hit more batters than Joe Musgrove is the right-hander Austin Adams.
Go figure.
They're relievers.
Probably in half as many innings, maybe even less than that. Yeah, Adams with 39 2/3.
Yeah, Adams hit Drew Ellis with a pitch Thursday night. So Musgrove's fallen behind. He's ahead in the count here, 1-2. Trying the curveball that time. Might remember Joe Musgrove's Padres debut, which was a huge deal for him. The San Diego native came against the Diamondbacks at Petco Park. That was the 3rd game of the year. He worked 6 scoreless innings. No walks, 8 strikeouts, got the win. Padres were 7-0 winners. Cabrera on deck, 2-2 on Pavin Smith. Musgrove in that start after getting the win over the Diamondbacks threw a no-hitter at Texas. There's a base hit into right. They'll stop Ketel at third. 3 batters, 3 base hits to open it up.
I love it. Don't let a pitcher settle in. Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach for the Padres, wondering what's going on out there. 3 consecutive base hits to get this one started for the D-backs. Now, Ketel had to hold up briefly on that line drive to right field by Pavin Smith. There was a chance Adam Frazier might be able to make a leaping catch, so Ketel made sure it got through and holds up at third base.
As Drubel in the cleanup spot at first base. Got the start at third last night. He doubled and struck out twice. A home run earlier this week at San Francisco, his 7th this year. Here's the slider from Musgrove. That's his #1 go-to pitch. Didn't go, says Jim Wolf at third. Musgrove unbeaten since a loss at home to the Rockies on July 10th. He has pitched very well lately. Since then, he had his revenge, an 11 strikeout game against Colorado, 7 scoreless at Petco Park. He's coming off a win against Miami Monday. Struck out 8, gave up just 1 run. He's digging a pretty deep hole right here. A run already in. 2 on, no outs. It's 3-0 on Cabrera. Get the antacids ready for Larry Rothschild.
Oh, yeah. You've heard me quote Larry Rothschild many times when he was a pitching coach for the Cubs. He had a saying, you want to throw pitches that give the illusion of a strike. Those pitches around the edge of the zone that look like they're in the strike zone, but by the time you swing at them, they've either faded off the zone away or cut off the plate inside. Right now, Joe Musgrove would just be content to throw strikes.
Well, he's 50% right now at 16 pitches, 8-8. (3-1). Curveball's in there. That's in there. Nodding is Scott Barry back there. His Dribel's not happy. You don't often see him barking at umpires. But I think Barry got this one correct.
It's that high breaking ball. A hitter tracks it. You can see from the arc right there that pitch was up above his shoulders at one point, but did end up at the very top of the strike zone.
So here's the 3-2. Another curveball, and as Dribel has got to be careful, he's gone. You can see Cabrera telling Scott Barry, that's your fault, that's on you. And now Torrey's got to make sure that he's still around for the end here. Well, looks like Torrey will survive, Cabrera will not, and that's the first out for the Diamondbacks.
Well, after getting a strike called on a high curveball at the very top of the zone, Musgrove comes back with a breaking ball down and in, way off the plate that time, and as Dribel's still upset about the pitch before and expresses his displeasure to the home plate umpire.
That's not something we've seen much of at all this year.
He might have gotten away with it without the point. You know, occasionally an umpire will let you bark on your way back to the dugout, but when you turn around and point at him, that's usually it.
There's David Peralta. So you do have Christian Skywalker bobblehead night today and tomorrow, by the way. So you may be able to plug Christian into first base. He was on the bench to start this one. In the meantime, here's Peralta, who's celebrating a birthday today. He's 34.
Or you could do what we've seen happen many times this season. Pavin Smith can start at one position, move to another one, maybe end up at a third or fourth different position before the end of the game.
Well, he wanted to give, in talking with Torrey today, Josh Rojas the day today. That's part of his return to play protocol. So he might be hesitant to put Rojas in right and then move Pavin into first. We'll see which way he wants to go. They've got some options, figuring that out right now, in fact. First and third, 1 out. Chance to add to this 1-0 lead. It's a family celebration in the Peralta household. Jordan's going to be busy today. David shares a birthday with his daughter Sophia, who's 4 today. So happy birthday, Peraltas. Marte still at third. Pavin Smith at first with 1 out. David had a 2-run homer in the opener on Thursday over the pool and into the hot tub in right center. And he was on deck as a pinch hitter last night when Dalton Varsho belted his walk-off home run. Two. Peralta's got a base hit. Pavin hustling around second. He's headed for third. Marte is home, and it's 2-0 Diamondbacks. That's base hits for 4, the first 5 D-back hitters against Joe Musgrove.
Came on that curveball right in the middle of the strike zone at 83 and down a little bit. David barrels it out there to right field. Will Myers comes up throwing to third, but Pavin Smith got a great jump at first base and easily slides into third base without a play.
And while Larry Rothschild is out there trying to figure something out for his right-hander, let's take a look around the diamond at the Padres defensively tonight. That's brought to us by E.D. Marshall Jewelers.
Same group we saw last night. Tommy Pham in left, Trent Grisham in center, Will Myers in right field, Manny Machado and Jake Cronenworth on the left side, Adam Frazier, Eric Hosmer on the right side, with Austin Nola doing the catching for right-hander Joe Musgrove.
Still just 1 out, 2 on, 2 runs in, and it's the rookie Drew Ellis that started third base tonight. 3 for 27 in his first 10 big league games. Pavin down there at third. Peralta's at first. One thing that Musgrove has going for him when he gets in trouble like this is the strikeout pitch. He can post some impressive strikeout totals. He's already had 5 double-digit strikeout games this year. Just outside the top 10 in the league in punch-outs. Punch down the right field line, and there's a play for Doc Rosenblatt. We got Doc working right field today, and get the autograph books ready because Hot Plate is on the job. There is Tony Hot Plate Harrison.
Once again, why do they call him Hot Plate?
Because he heats up fast. He's got the color coordinated glove, shoes, wristbands down there. Hot Plate is blowing up. Ellis hits a fly ball to left. Drew Ellis, that's gone. His first career home run. And make it 5-0 Diamondbacks. There you go. Drew Ellis in the books. That's number 1.
Yeah, another hanging breaking ball from Joe Musgrove. If he's not able to command his breaking pitches, this is going to happen an awful lot. Drew Ellis with a nice quick swing, waited, and then just exploded on that off-speed pitch for his first major league home run. Congratulations to Drew Ellis.
Way to go, young man. A 5-run first, and here's last night's walk-off hero, Dalton Varsho. That's a jumbo jack, free jumbo jack tomorrow, and a hug at Jack in the Box with a purchase of a large drink. Varsho had the big night last night. The RBI single in the second opened the scoring. And then he closed the scoring with his walk-off homer. That was to lead off the 9th inning against Craig Stammen, who will start the game tomorrow for San Diego. Stammen has pitched in every game in this series so far. Got you some tacos there for the for breakfast.
Breakfast tacos. Yeah, like first inning. I like it. Boy, the Padres in the midst of a 3-game losing streak. Plus tonight they've been outscored 27-5.
And with Musgrove faltering here, the panic is going to go up because this has become a almost shockingly threadbare Padre rotation. And they're starting to feel some heat.
And because of that, their bullpen's getting a little threadbare as well. Been the best bullpen in baseball this year.
Dalton jumped on a cutter.
But the innings are starting to catch up.
Yeah, the rotation, which was maybe the strength of the club after all the offseason moves. They got Snell, they got Darvish, they got Musgrove. It's thinning out quickly. They're without Dinelson Lamet. They're without Chris Paddock. Darvish had to leave the game Thursday with back trouble. Well, Snell was not sharp last night, especially, and Musgrove is in big trouble here tonight. Hello. Joe Musgrove is sinking fast.
Somebody throw him an anchor.
6 of the first 7 have reached. 5 have already scored. Still just 1 out, and the batter is Nick Ahmed. Nick at 226. He's got 3 home runs. What do you think that says about Dalton Varsho, who hits the big walk-off homer last night, has the big moment, sees what's happening ahead of him in the lineup with all the base hits and the runs, gets up there and takes a walk?
Mature beyond his major league years.
I think that's kind of impressive. You know, you figure, okay, it's 5-0. I hit a home run my last time up. I'll just try and take him downtown here. But no, he surveys the strike zone and takes the base on balls. A lot of surveying.
A lot of surveying.
We'll see if Nick can keep it going. He singled from the leadoff spot in his first at bat last night. Van Meter and Marte doubled. It was 1-0, 2 batters in. Pavin Smith singled. Cabrera struck out and was ejected. Peralta single. Ellis a home run. 5-0. 6 batters in. Cutter's a strike. It's 1-2. And that after Tyler Gilbert, in his first major league start, only his 4th ever appearance, got a double play ball and a strikeout to put up a 0 in the first. Musgrove already at 35 pitches. He's got 1 out. Oh, a chance for Hosmer, foul ground. That's out number 2 now. It's Tyler Gilbert, the starting pitcher, who will bat in the first inning.
That's always a good thing. My old buddy Mike Kruka used to say his goal every start was to go 0 for 5 at the plate.
So he'd be up there a lot.
That meant his offense scored a ton of runs for him.
Diamondbacks acquired Tyler Gilbert in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft last December. Got him off the Dodgers roster. He didn't even get to pitch last year. Tyler was a non-roster invitee to Dodgers spring training. Never did get into any kind of a game last season. LA had acquired him from the Phillies in the spring in a trade for the outfielder Kyle Garlick. Gilbert, originally a 6th round pick by Philadelphia, out of USC in the 2015 draft. Fight on. 5 seasons in the Phillies minor league system, the last 3 working only in relief. Slaps one to third for Machado. How about this start? A 5 spot in the first. Drew Ellis's first career big league homer makes it 5-zip. And here it goes. Roll tape. Boom. Big league homer, part of a 5-run D-backs first as we start the second inning. And a good night to play along in our D-backs 50-50 charity raffle supported by the Arizona Lottery. Already over $9,500 and the jackpot is climbing quickly. Get your tickets online at dbacks.com/5050 raffle. Your chance to win half the money that supports our D-backs give back program. Well, they do indeed decide to go with Josh Rojas, who takes over in right field for Pavin Smith. Pavin moves from right field to first base after the ejection of his Asdrubal Cabrera. And Tyler Gilbert, it's not exactly a soft landing facing this Padres lineup, but he's got a 5-0 lead early.
That makes it a soft landing.
Softer anyway.
Yeah.
He got a double play ball from Frazier, a strikeout of Machado after a leadoff walk to Tommy Pham. And now the cleanup man, Jake Cronenworth, leads off the San Diego second. Cronenworth tonight making his 9th consecutive start at shortstop. And a 3-hit game Thursday in the opener, 0 for 4 last night. Still no Fernando Tatis Jr., although we watched him take batting practice this afternoon. He's also been taking some live at bats at their minor league complex in Peoria. And the anticipation around the Padres is that Tatis may be back tomorrow or Monday in Colorado at the latest. So there's a 50-50 shot we see Tatis tomorrow. Way up in the air right center. And there's Ketel Marte. He certainly looks like, based on what we saw, that he's just fine, Tatis.
Yeah, especially if there was a DH in play. I would imagine we would have seen him tonight the way he's swinging the bat.
Well, next year, hopefully.
There was some concern about his left shoulder defensively, especially if he's back at shortstop, where you may have to dive for a ball from time to time. We've seen that happen repeatedly throughout the season. Maybe it'd be a little easier on his left shoulder to put him in the outfield.
Looks like right field is the leading contender right now for Tatis. We'll see perhaps tomorrow. The catcher Austin Nola, 302 and 1 home run. This is a tough matchup, or could be, for Tyler Gilbert, because Nola absolutely destroys left-hand pitching. I mean, he's 16 for 36. It's a small sample size. He's been hurt a lot of the year, but hey, 444 is 444.
Yeah.
He has torched lefties this year. Line right to Van Meter. And that'll go as a 4-3 putout. Well, Nola singled in his first 2 ups against Mad Bum last night. Another left-hand batter, but Gilbert gets the outs. That's 2 down in the second. And now the batter's Eric Hosmer.
The Padres have really done well against left-handed starters this year. 22 and 11. That's the best record in the majors against a left-handed starting pitcher.
It's interesting. All their lefties hit lefties. Like Hosmer's a 280 hitter, but he's 290 against left-handers. So the whole lefty-lefty thing doesn't seem to faze these guys. And Hosmer has 3 hits in the series. He has had a good night last night. Singled, doubled, scored a run. Here's the cutter from Gilbert. Tyler Gilbert, 27-year-old left-hander from Felton, California. Been a long time working as a reliever in the Phillies system. Kind of hung around last year, property of the Dodgers. Diamondbacks got him, and now here he is on a big league mound for his first ever start. He's got a 5-0 lead. He was very excited about this start, Tyler Gilbert. Happy for the opportunity. He's waited a long time. And although we've only seen him so far at this level in relief, he's been starting in AAA and says he's really comfortable. And it shouldn't be a problem. Another one for Van Meter. And Tyler Gilbert has set down 5 in a row, and he's got a 5-0 lead for Dad. Start to this one. And you know, when you're just starting out at a new job, a new career, you know, it's not unusual to sort of, well, supplement your resume a little bit, maybe brush it up, inflate it a little bit. No need for Tyler Gilbert and Drew Ellis. How about these career firsts?
Wow. First career start for Tyler Gilbert. First career homer for Drew Ellis.
That's brought to you by the Indeed Player Resume. Drew Ellis, a 3-run homer to make it 5-0 Diamondbacks in the first. And Josh Van Meter, who led off the first inning with a double, leads off the second. Came around to score on a Ketel Marte double. Diamondbacks already 5 runs on 5 hits. 5 of the first 6 Diamondback hitters had base hits against Joe Musgrove. 2 doubles, 2 single, and 2 doubles, 2 singles, and a home run. You mentioned Josh Van Meter, a doubles machine.
Yeah.
Well, your staff heard that, and they all jumped into action for once. Kidding. Since July 28th, Van Meter has 11 hits. 7 of them are doubles.
Yeah.
Lines it to center. Van Meter's 2 for 2.
Keep running.
No. He's, you know, by the time we're done at the end of September, you're going to look at Van Meter's numbers, you know, from July on, and they're going to look pretty good.
Yeah. You know, his playing time before that was very sporadic. He'd be in there one day and then sit 2 or 3 and then maybe pinch hit a couple days in a row and then get another start. But as the season has progressed and the Diamondbacks have fallen out of the race, he's gotten a lot more playing time and has responded well.
Ketel Marte, a home run last night, an RBI double today. I mean, imagine, what are they going to do tomorrow? I mean, if Musgrove gets blown up here and he's well on his way, you've got a bullpen game scheduled for tomorrow with an already tired relief corps. That's worked a lot in this series. Craig Stamatis is supposed to start tomorrow. He's pitched twice in the series already in relief. And you have no off day. They're at Colorado Monday. Long run for Myers coming in. I mean, they really got to figure something out here.
Yeah, and going into Colorado, it's not uncommon for a team to add an extra relief arm just because it's Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have available at the AAA level, but they may have to dip down there to some of their resources.
It's funny because those resources have been thinned out a bit because of all the offseason acquisitions, you know, and Mike Hazen says that all the time. Prospects are great, but they can also be currency to acquire major league talent, and that's in part what the Padres have done. Although the farm system is hardly barren, they've got some very good prospects. Pavin Smith, now the first baseman after the 8th career ejection for his Drupal Cabrera. Started barking at the plate umpire Scott Berry and got himself run. So Rojas came in to play right field. Pavin moved from right to first.
I joked about it earlier, but this has not been uncommon for Pavin Smith to start at a corner outfield spot, end up at first base for half of a ball game, go back to the other corner outfield spot, depending on what maneuvering Torey Lovullo has to do.
Yeah, they have not shied away at all from taking advantage of Pavin's flexibility. Not just him, with a lot of guys, obviously, Rojas and others, Varsho. It does make you wonder at what point, and these guys are all starting out, at what point, though, do they kind of settle into one spot? Maybe they figure that out over the wintertime. Musgrove got that cutter in there. Goes slider, curveball, cutter, and then four-seam fastball for Musgrove.
It's not uncommon to see a relief pitcher that relies more heavily on his breaking stuff than a fastball, but it is a little uncommon for a starter.
This is bounced over the mound. Machado for 1 and 2. We've played 2. It's 5-0 Diamondbacks. Speed underneath him. A double play ball gets him out of the second and sends us to the third. But the Diamondbacks, after that 5-run first, have a big lead early. Let's get in the old DeLorean there, BB, and go back to the future. Brandon Pfaadt last night. Hillsborough beat Eugene. And how about Brandon Pfaadt? Boy, they are loaded with pitching at the A level and AA levels. 7 scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's not just a blip on the radar screen. His last 3 starts in August, 3-0 with an ERA under half a run. 24 punch-outs, only 4 walks.
Last few drafts, Derek Ladnier, Mike Hayes, and Amiel Sade, they've all really loaded up with pitching, and those guys are starting to come along nicely. Very promising future on the mound here. Will Myers leads off the Padre third against Tyler Gilbert. Myers, after he was hitless in the opener Thursday, big night last night. A triple shy of the cycle, including that game-tying 2-run home run against Madison Bumgarner in the 7th inning. Adbum was looking at 7 scoreless before Myers got him to tie it up. Tyler Clippard had worked a 1-2-3 ninth, wound up with a win. Two and 2. Tyler Gilbert got a double play ball and a strikeout of Machado to win the first. He worked a 1-2-3 second. And now Myers starts off the third. Got him. Went back to the cutter. Strikeout number 2 for Tyler Gilbert in his first major league start. Don't forget you can enjoy fireworks every Friday through the end of the year at Chase Field. Well, last night was a real bummer. That storm. Did you drive home in that?
Well, I missed most of it. I saw the lightning, but I didn't really run into the rain till after I got home.
I had to do snake talk afterwards, so I was driving home in the thick of it, and it was really bad. So we're sorry about that, fans, last night. But if you left the ballpark, you know why we had to cancel the fireworks, weather permitting. But the next post-game fireworks show is coming up Friday, September 3rd. And that's presented by Gila River Hotels and Casinos. That was nuts.
That was an unbelievable storm last night. Everywhere you looked, there was lightning. We didn't get a whole lot of rain where I lived, a little bit, but the lightning show was just unbelievable.
Jon Snow is not a fan.
No.
Jon Snow, the dog. He does not like the lightning and the thunder. Trent Grisham, the center fielder now. Grisham 0 for 4 last night. He had a double Thursday. That's been his only hit in the series so far. Pretty quiet series to this point, but he's hit the ball well this month. He's had a good month of August. Yes, he went. Another cutter, and it's 2-2.
I find it kind of interesting that Tyler Gilbert's making his major league debut as a starting pitcher, and he's throwing to a catcher that's starting his 22nd game behind the plate in the major leagues. Well, normally you try to match up a young pitcher with a veteran catcher to kind of lead him through the woods, but Dalton Varsho back there tonight, as I said, his 22nd start behind the plate.
I asked Torrey about that today, and he said, Carson Kelly can't catch every day, and he wanted to prioritize Carson getting a day off tonight and then be back in there tomorrow. And it's also important that Dalton continue to catch. They feel they don't want him to get away from that, even though he's played a lot of outfield. So this just made sense. An easy play for the Diamondbacks infield. That's 7 straight retired by Gilbert. Ellis, the 5-3 putout. 2 outs in the third. I'll tell you what, Tyler Gilbert said he was looking forward to this, very excited, and I don't see any hint of butterflies at all.
Thought we might see some there in the first inning after the walk to Tommy Pham to get it started, but quickly got the double play ball from Adam Frazier, struck out Manny Machado, and appears to have settled in.
He has worked only as a reliever, Tyler Gilbert, for the last 4 years before moving back into a starter's role with the Diamondbacks this season in Reno. So he says his velocity isn't as fast as it was coming out of the bullpen right now, but his location and movement on his pitches really good. He's very happy about it, and he's looked very good so far. In fact, he says this year his stuff is as good as it's ever been, now at the age of 27. Joe Musgrove does have 3 hits on the year, but Gilbert's ahead 1-2. He had a 1-2-3 second, going for a 1-2-3 third. 1-2 on Joe Musgrove.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Curveball was right there for strike 3, and Scott Barry missed it. He had him.
All right, fooled the hitter and the umpire.
2-2. And there's the strikeout. Tyler Gilbert, 3 strikeouts. He's set down 8 straight, and in his major league debut as a starter has a 5-0 lead. 2001, Mike Fetters. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, D-backs fans were used to seeing that when Fett was pitching for the Diamondbacks, but he was pitching for the Pirates that particular day. Tony Womack had walked. They sacrificed him up to second by Craig Counsell. Luis Gonzalez walked, and then the big Marine, Matt Williams, with a single down into the corner to win the ball game.
All part of a 9-game winning streak on this day back in 2001, but put the D-backs ahead for good atop the division and on their way to the World Series championship. And guess who's the bullpen coach and has been for a long time? The great Mike Fetters. A lot of applause so far. A 5-run first against Joe Musgrove. Tyler Gilbert, in his first career major league start, only his 4th ever appearance, has been outstanding. He's yet to give up a base hit. And Josh Rojas, who came on to replace in part the ejected Asdrubal Cabrera, is now the right fielder and will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. How about this for Musgrove? He had a 39-pitch first and then a 9-pitch second.
Wow.
So he's figured something out anyway. And a double play ball off the bat of Pavin Smith certainly helped. And now Rojas starts us off in the 3rd. So Rojas was supposed to get the day off today as part of his return to play protocol following the dislocated pinky finger, but he's pressed into service here and has already had 6 hits in this series. He's up to 275 on the year now. Josh in the series has doubled twice, walked twice, scored twice, and knocked in 2 runs. Not bad.
I'll tell you, the way Josh has been taking his at-bats and getting his hits and taking his walks, I would imagine he's not crazy about that return-to-play protocol.
I don't think most guys are, frankly. But Torey Lovullo adheres to that to the letter. Sort of forced to color outside the lines in that regard today. But yeah, well, the way Josh has been swinging the bat, as you said, last 16 games, he's hitting 400. And that includes that 3-week absence with a dislocated pinky finger. Funny thing about that stretch is, or the most impressive thing perhaps, is he's walked more than he struck out. And so over that 16-game span, his on-base percentage is .529. He gets a curveball, and Musgrove gets his 2nd strikeout.
Hey, D-backs fans, this season, if your Arizona Diamondbacks hit a home run like Drew Ellis did earlier tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase at any participating Jack in the Box a day after the game. Go D-backs, go Drew, go Jack.
Musgrove may be gaining some momentum here. That's 3 in a row he's set down. Peralta had an RBI single and scored a run, and that 5-run first. David in there on his birthday tonight. He's 34. Bounced over the mound. Can they get there? Cronenworth. What a play. He is a ball player and a half. I mean, if you can put Tatis in right field and that's going to work out, leave this guy at shortstop.
He's an exceptional defensive player. He makes all the plays.
Drew Ellis now, and look at this in the first inning. StatCast powered by Google Cloud, his first big league homer.
403 feet to left field.
A 3-run shot that made it 5-0. Drew Ellis, a second-round pick by the Diamondbacks in 2017 out of Louisville. He grew up just across the river from the campus in Jeffersonville, Indiana, about 10 miles as the crow flies. Another part of the next wave. We've talked about Varsho and Rojas, Pavin Smith. Let's not forget Drew Ellis, who's going to get a look here over the final 2 months at third base. Ellis, in fact, was drafted ahead of Dalton Varsho in that second round, right behind Pavin Smith. But all three guys in the same draft, first 3 picks in 2017. Two and two. How about this? Ellis first, then Varsho. Went that way in the second round 4 years ago. They're batting back-to-back tonight. Way up in the air. Cronenworth calling for it. 5 in a row set down by Musgrove. After 3, it's 5-0 Diamondbacks.
Making his first major league start, and so far it's been a memorable one for him. Our Nationwide Vision Center's eye on the game. He walked Tommy Pham to lead off the game, got a double play ball, struck out Manny Machado. A couple of hard hit balls right at Josh Van Meter at second base. Easy play right there. Another hard hit ball off the bat of Eric Hosmer right at Van Meter, but a lot of soft contact. Been pitching up in the zone quite a bit with that fastball. Some backdoor breaking balls. He's looked really good so far.
He's retired the last 8 batters he's faced. He's yet to give up a base hit. And now Tommy Pham will walk to lead off the ball game. Will lead off the 4th. Pham was erased on a double play ball hit by Adam Frazier. And then Gilbert struck out Machado to get 3 outs in the first.
That's only the 3rd first pitch strike he's thrown so far in the ball game. But he's still pitching very effectively, taking advantage of some aggressiveness on these Padres.
It's a low 90s fastball, usually tops out about 92. There's the cutter. Now he'll work that both away and into right-hand batters. And he's got a spike curveball every once in a while, a kind of a split changeup type pitch. There's the slow curve missed upstairs. You know, one thing about Gilbert is he's got that, without being indelicate, that big base that you always hear that pitcher's supposed to have, like Andy Pettit. He kind of had that, you know, that big trunk underneath him with the thick legs and the whole thing. Well, he's built like they're supposed to look like.
Yep. And his delivery, I've been trying to place who it is. We think he looks a lot like Tom Glavine, a young Tom Glavine. There's a little bit of a hesitation as he starts his windup. Very smooth with his delivery, not overpowering with his fastball, but relies on good command as he walks the leadoff hitter.
Well, he's walked only 2, and it's been Pham both times, and both times to lead off innings. Last time he got Frazier to hit into a double play, and now Frazier steps up.
Second baseman Adam Frazier.
That snaps a streak of 8 straight retired. Line to first and doubled off. How about that? That's the second time in the ball game that Tyler Gilbert has walked Pham and then gotten Frazier on a double play. That one was a little more dramatic.
Yeah. Pavin doesn't make that play. That's probably a run. The way Tommy Pham runs the bases, probably would have scored from first base. Frazier might have ended up at third, but instead it's a double play right there.
Tell you what, whatever Tyler Gilbert had for breakfast today, have it every day.
Yes, indeed.
He's living right.
Share with the rest of your teammates.
Manny Machado. Machado struck out to end the first. Remember Manny in the 6th inning last night had that kind of swing and bunt that Mad Bum grabbed on the third base line before it looked like it was going to roll foul. He ended up beating it out, of course, for a single, but that's been his only hit in the series so far, Manny Machado. Bidding for one more here, but Peralta's got it. 3 outs on 2 line drives. Tyler Gilbert 4 no-hit innings. He leads at 5-0. Exciting and fuel-efficient lineup. Now get great offers across our full line. Shop at your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Steve Berthiaume and Bob Redley with you. What a night to be a Diamondback. Rookie Tyler Gilbert in his first career start has a 5-0 lead. Joe Ellis, his first major league home run, part of a 5-run first. And now another youngster, Dalton Varsho, who had the walk-off homer last night, leads off the 4th. Last time the Diamondbacks had hit a walk-off home run, April 9th, 2019. It was Gerard Dyson pinch hitting for John Ryan Murphy. And Mr. Zumbaya hit a walk-off homer, beat Texas 5-4.
Ah, the good old days.
I got a kick out of Gerard Dyson. He was a cool cat.
Oh, he was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he sure was. Dalton Varsho slices one to left center. Pham gets to it first. Varsho digging for second. And he is in there with a hustle double. Dalton Varsho. Boy, Pham did a nice job to get to that before it could get to the warning track, but Varsho just turned on that speed.
Boy, does he ever. I mean, it's been said about guys that run fast. He can really pick them up and put them down. He's got fast feet.
That's a good way to put it. Footwork.
Love those leadoff doubles. Just ahead of the tag. That was a good play by Tommy Pham, as you mentioned. A strong throw right on the money, but Dalton Varsho just too quick.
Third double by a D-backs hitter tonight. They also have the Drew Ellis homer. Nick Ahmed popped out his first time. Well, that's good because Musgrove, as we mentioned, looks like he was settling in just a bit. He'd retired 5 in a row before that double. Put the pressure back on now. 1-1 on Nick. Joe Musgrove, big Padres fan as a kid. He wore number 59 in Pittsburgh, but when he got traded to San Diego, he switched to 44. Because growing up, he was a huge Jake Peavy fan. That was his favorite player. Now he's got Peavy's number in a Padre uniform. Get down ball. There it is. Broken bat single for Ahmed. Varsho's at third. And they're on the corners to open up the Diamondback 4th inning.
Dalton Varsho being extra cautious right there. He knew that ball was hit off the end of the bat. Didn't know how far it was going to carry. Just does sneak it over the head of Cronenworth out into shallow left field. Tony Perez-Chica with the stop sign up right away.
Already 8 hits for the Diamondbacks. In 3+ innings, they had 8 hits in the ball game last night. All told in their 3-2 win. The pitcher Tyler Gilbert infield creeps in for the Padres. Varsho at third, Ahmed at first. Pulls back on that curveball and takes ball one. Musgrove at 65 pitches. And he's not yet recorded an out in the fourth inning.
With the infield drawn in the way the Padres have them, I would assume this is just a sacrifice bunt to move up Nick Ahmed. We know Joe Madden likes to use that indefensible bunt play with runners at first and third, but that's usually with the infield playing back.
He'd really like to run that play if you could too, with Varsho's speed down there at third. As soon as the ball gets on the ground, he's home. But not with the infield in like this.
If Dalton gets a good read, if it's a perfect bunt, yeah, maybe you'll see him come down that third base line, but I think they're just trying to move Nick into scoring position as well.
Torrey, anytime he has a chance, and he's not a particular fan of sacrifice bunts, but if he has a chance to play for a big inning, he will always go for it. And maybe he's thinking, all right, let's get Nick into second base and see if we can put up another crooked number.
Yeah, roll around to the top of the order with two guys in scoring position.
He never plays for one run. Diamondbacks walk-off winners last night. A chance tonight to clinch a series win with one more to go against the Padres tomorrow. Zach Gallen gets the start tomorrow afternoon. Hosmer charging in. Gilbert gets it down, and they get the job done. Boy, Hosmer with Frazier covering almost through that one up the right field line. Or Musgrove, I should say.
Hey fans, anytime the D-backs score 5 runs or more, like tonight, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free seasoned beef crunchy tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 the following day at participating locations.
Well, Frazier at first, covering from second, did a nice job to save a bad throw on that last play. Diamondbacks would have had at least one run come home. Van Meter has doubled, singled, he scored a run, 2 for 2. So Varsho at third, Ahmed at second. One out. Infield will still stay in on the grass for the most part for the Padres. Josh had an RBI single in his start at second base Thursday in the opener. He's 2 for 2 so far today. Slider is low. It's 2-0. Van Meter, now it's not the biggest ever sample size, 45 plate appearances, but he's hitting over 330 with runners in scoring position. So he's had a knack for the big hit. Single here can tack on 2 more. Boy, he really is a patient hitter.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, there are certain situations where Josh will be a little more aggressive, but yeah, he almost to a fault. Torrey had to encourage him to swing at more pitches rather than consistently find himself behind in the count.
He just had sort of this look of disdain, like, really a curveball 2-0? I don't think so. Tried the cutter and missed, and they're loaded now for Ketel Marte. Let's get a quick word from 72 Sold.
Hey baseball fans, with 72 Sold you can sell your home now at absolute top of the market and then stay for up to 6 months. Get our price for your home at 72sold.com.
Well, Musgrove, who had a 5-run first against him, has dug another deep hole in the fourth. They're loaded with 1 out for Ketel, who has an RBI double. He's also flying out to right. Varsho at third. Nick Ahmed is at second base, and Josh Van Meter's at first. Marte homered here last night. Curveballs to strike 0-1. 4 for 6 this year with the bases full. Double play ball. Frazier, Cronenworth. Not a great toss, but they turn 2. And Musgrove wiggles off the hook. It stays 5-0.
For the Padres and Tyler Gilbert's first career start in the big leagues. And guys, I was able to visit with his family. They share that excitement that Tyler has for today. I talked to his dad, Greg. There he is in the white D-backs jersey. His grandpa, Jim, there as well. His mom, Peggy, is probably back to pacing on the concourse, which is what she's been doing in the bottom half of these innings, or I should say in the top half of these innings when Padres batters are up, because she is superstitious. But we heard in the pregame show Tyler talk about the fact that he thought this would be his year, and I asked Greg why he felt that way, and he said he worked so hard this offseason, really knew he was going to make it. He also, by the way, last year in no minor league season, jumped into the family business, 4th generation electricians in Santa Cruz, and his dad said he was great at it, but he is grateful, of course, to have baseball back in this way and being here on the major league stage. They feel that he's really earned it, guys.
He sure has. He's had a great run at Reno, Jody. Pitched well in relief here at the big league level, and tonight has thrown 4 no-hit innings so far in his first ever big league starts. Jake Cronenworth leads off the Padre 5th. Gilbert has set down 10 of the last 11 batters he's faced. He has walked 2, struck out 3, and leads at 5-0. Sky to center for Ketel Marte. Tyler had that dramatic and very effective big league debut in relief earlier this month. So he said he was happy to get the butterflies out.
Catcher, Austin Nola.
And was definitely happy to get the debut out of the way before he gets a start here tonight. So he definitely feels a lot more comfortable. Really excited about the opportunity.
Good information by Jody. I could use an electrician.
Yeah, you just moved into the new house.
Well, you know, lightning and everything.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, I think everybody should have to go work a real job, at least for an off season, so you realize how much you love playing the game of baseball.
Well, you did that, right?
Yeah.
For years, minors and majors.
Sure. I mean, you know, way back in the day, guys had to work in the off season because you didn't make any money during the season.
That's changed.
Oh, yes.
Nola the catcher.
I mean, we've well documented Matt Peacock and his journey to get here to the major leagues, and
Sawmill Sam.
Sawmill Sam.
Matt Hurts calls him in. 60 pitches for Tyler Gilbert. 33 strikes. He's having trouble here locating with Nola behind 3-1. That fastball's in there.
You know, early in the ball game, I thought maybe it was nerves. Maybe Tyler Gilbert was overthrowing a little bit, left a lot of pitches up. I think he's doing it by design, throwing a lot of four-seamers and cutters up there at the top of the zone.
It should stay playable if we can get a man there. Rojas hold up there, and Josh has got it. Don't forget, you can get tickets to every D-backs Tuesday home game this year for just $10. That includes a game next Tuesday against the Phillies. That's right, a ticket for just $10. It's a 6:40 start on Tuesday, August 17th. Get your tickets for Tuesday games, only $10. dbacks.com/Tuesday. 2 outs for Hosmer, who grounded out to end the second. Line right to Tyler Gilbert. 5 no-hit innings for Tyler Gilbert. Yeah, Dad, he got it. Don't worry. Well, they're all finding the right spots. In this case, right there. He knows. casinos and gain access to exclusive offers like 15% off at the Chase Field Team Shop when you use the card by Gila River Hotels and Casinos. Mike Fetters, Tyler Gilbert. Gilbert has retired now 13 of the last 14 he's faced. He has not given up a hit through 5 at his first major league start.
Has given up a few hard hit balls, but fortunately right at D-backs defenders, including that last one that came right back to him.
Well, we got a baseball on the warning track behind Tommy Pham, and he'll collect that for us. Thank you, Tommy. Pavin Smith leads off the 5th against Joe Musgrove. And the way this game has gone for Musgrove, it's a small victory probably, Bob, just to get into the 5th inning for him.
Yeah. And I'm sure Jay Stingler appreciates that and would like to get a couple more innings out of his right-handed starter.
He's really been helped out, Musgrove, after that 5-run first by a pair of double play balls. One to win the 2nd and the other to win the 4th. That's really helped him out. He's walked 2, struck out 2 so far. Giving up 5 runs on 8 hits.
His command of his breaking pitches has improved since that first inning of the ballgame. Just couldn't seem to land any of his breaking pitches down low in the zone. Everything was right in the middle of the strike zone or way out of the zone.
Pavin singled and scored in that 5-run D-backs first. They had a 5-0 lead 6 batters into the game after Drew Ellis had a 3-run homer. Two and 2. Chopped over the head of Musgrove. Cronenworth can't find the handle, and Pavin's aboard. That's a base hit for Pavin Smith. He's 2 for 3.
If Cronenworth can't make a play, it's probably a base hit. Bounces off home plate, high bouncer right there. He knew he had to hurry to get Pavin Smith.
Think about all the line drives that Gilbert has had for outs, and then look at that base hit by Pavin Smith, and Joe Musgrove's going to be talking to himself.
That's baseball.
Funny game, Bob.
Ha ha.
Here's Josh Rojas.
I mean, the 3 hardest hit balls in the game are all Padres. Manny Machado lined out to left, 112. Eric Hosmer, a ground ball to the right side at 106. Then Austin Nola ground out to the right side at 105. All for outs.
Well, hit them where they ain't. Rojas had to come in the ball game after Asdrubal Cabrera was ejected by the plate umpire Scott Barry for arguing a called 3rd strike, and Asdrubal was not shy about getting in Barry's face. He lost it there for a moment and was quickly run. So Rojas came into play right field, and Pavin Smith took over at first for Cabrera. Josh already with 6 hits in the series. Ahead 2-0. Cutter is low. 3 balls and no strikes. With the birthday boy on deck, David Peralta. What do you get a freight train for his birthday?
A new whistle.
Yeah, there you go. Good call. You still have that one you had? Remember that one?
I have to look. After the move, I'm not sure where anything is.
Yeah, exactly.
But, we'll see.
It's with the wooden spoons, probably.
Yeah, there were some other baseball birthdays today. Mark Loretta, Mark Gubiza, the late Mark Fidrich, and former Giant teammate of mine, Mark Leonard. Lots of Marks today.
Crazy. Rojas hammers one to center. And that's going to get to the wall. Pavin Smith on the move. He's coming home. It's an RBI triple for Josh Rojas. And that's the problem with Rojas when he gets an extra base hit. You can't put on the oven mitt while you're running around the bases.
Might have to work on that. Yeah, grab it out of your back pocket and put it on before sliding hit first into third base. Boy, he hit that ball hard just to the right of straightaway center field, and also hit the bag hard there at third base with that left hand.
Yeah, that was smoked. Yeah, Torre was asked about that. Okay, you're going to make him wear the mitt when he's on first base. That's all well and good. Sounds smart. But what about when he has an extra base hit? Well, there's really no good answer for that one.
Well, there is a good answer. Slide feet first.
There's that. You're right. Peralta, an RBI single in the first. He grounded out his last time up on a terrific play by Cronenworth at shortstop. Once again, the Padres infield down 6-0 now. Will have to come in. David, 34 years old today. His daughter Sophia is 4 today. They share a birthday. It's kind of nice. Tell you what, the foul balls are getting a little closer and more frequent up here.
Yes, they are.
We were peppered last night for a while.
Well, I'm sure my staff will leap into action if one happens to get too close to any of the equipment.
Leap under the table is more like it. And the Padres bullpen is, this has been a recurring theme all year, will get busy. The left-hander Matt Strom. 0-2 on Peralta. Musgrove approaching 90 pitches. Just saying how it was a bit of a small victory for him just to get through the 5th inning. He might not survive the 5th at this rate. David chops that foul, and it's a chance for Doc Rosenblatt in right field.
Oh, Hammer cuts it off. Robbie Hammer jumped in front.
Dave McKay, the first base coach, was here again today in uniform working pregame drills. Mac has been a more consistent presence here, which is wonderful. There he is.
Doesn't miss a thing.
There's a tapper. Musgrove will look Rojas back to the bag. And they get the out. Don't forget our 20th anniversary World Championship celebration is only a few weeks away. Join us on Saturday, September 4. First 10,000 fans get this D-backs Championship Clubhouse replica t-shirt courtesy of Cox. Get your tickets and celebrate with us at dbacks.com. Drew Ellis. It's already been a career highlight for him. Home run number 1, a 3-run shot off of Musgrove, part of a 5-run D-backs first. You know, we've talked a lot about the tremendous efforts of Mike Hazen's front office, Amiel Sade, Mike Fitzgerald, everybody to restock this farm system. Derek Lednier running the drafts. And it's been 4 years now, but the fruits of those labors are starting to show. Well, of course, they got Rojas in the Greinke deal, but he's still considered a young guy, part of a young core coming up, the next wave, if you will. But you've got Varsho in the game and Ellis in the game. Pavin Smith, of course, has had a great year. They're all starting to show up.
And Carson Kelly, another guy that came over in a trade, but he's still relatively young.
And there's Ellis to strike out. So how about the 2017 draft? Now this is a great example. They're all in the lineup right now for the Diamondbacks. But go back 4 years ago. This was at short season at that point. Hillsborough. You've got Pavin Smith, the 1st-round pick in the 2017 draft. On the left, Drew Ellis, who was the 1st pick in the 2nd round. And then on the right, Dalton Varsho, who was the 2nd pick in the 2nd round. Their top 3 picks from the draft 4 years ago, all on the field right now. Pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Look out, here comes another one.
I mean, to have guys, you know, kind of advance at the same pace and all arrive at the same time. Usually somebody, you know, bumps up against it somewhere in the minor leagues and shows up a year or 2 after the other guys. But the way they've all moved through the system together.
We talked a bit about that on Snake Talk last night, the popular Snake Talk radio program, that these guys are sort of going through this together and having their first major league success as teammates. It's one thing to play in the minor leagues together for a while, but it's another thing, it seems, to have the success collectively and individually, and that's got to make that bond even stronger, I would think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And have their struggles together. You know, I'm sure that wasn't all unicorns and rainbows coming up through the minor leagues. I'm sure that they all had some tough days or weeks or months. And you know, to be able to recognize that in a teammate and know the kind of person he is, know what needs to be said to maybe snap him out of a little bit of an offensive funk. There was a great shot from the Varsho walk-off celebration at home plate last night of Pavin Smith looking at Dalton, and Pavin just had this look on his face. He kind of said it all. They're all going through this together, and they're enjoying moments for themselves and for each other. And it's not hard to see. It's obvious in this series that that youthful energy, that exuberance is translating on the field. Ahmed would be next, 2-2 on Varsho, who has walked and doubled today after the walk-off homer last night. Well, Musgrove gets the strikeout, but Rojas gets the RBI triple. That tacks on a run. They lead it 6-0. Gilbert, his first career major league start. He has yet to give up a base hit and has a 6-0 lead as he starts off the 6th inning. Don't forget, tomorrow our Spanish language broadcast continue. Rodrigo Lopez, Oscar Soria, and friends. Well, let's let them tell you.
Diamondbacks, televisión en español en Bally Sports, Arizona. Mañana juego 4, Rodrigo, y último de la serie contra estos Padres de San Diego.
Mañana continúa las transmisiones en español de los Diamondbacks, mayormente los fines de semana de las 25 que vamos a tener en este 2021. Acompáñenos por Bally Sports Arizona Plus. Ahí estaremos llevando totalmente en español el juego de los Diamondbacks.
A la 1 de la tarde, el inicio de...
Tyler Gilbert faces Will Myers to start the 6th. You notice Rodrigo there forgot to turn on his microphone.
Yeah.
Now, what's happened with Rodrigo, because and he's got his appearance tonight on the popular Snake Talk radio program, Sabado Rodrigo, that he depends on Leo Gilmartin, who is the producer and engineer of the popular Snake Talk radio program. So Leo usually turns the mic on, so it's understandable that Rodrigo on Sabado Rodrigo might have had his microphone off.
Well, sometimes Leo turns the equipment on.
Well, 50-50. 0-2 on Myers. Center field, Ketel Marte. Tyler Gilbert has retired 14 of the last 15 Padre hitters he's faced. 1 out in the 6th.
Center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham, the batter. Padres have had 2 base runners, both walks by Tommy Pham, one to lead off the ball game, the other to lead off the 4th. Both times Pham was eliminated on double play balls, and that has been all the offense for San Diego. Padres bats have gone quiet in this series. They have scored a total of just 5 runs so far. D-backs winners Thursday and Friday. They lead this one on Saturday 6-0. Pitcher spot is up behind Grisham. Jake Marisnick, right-hand batter, off the bench to bat for Joe Musgrove. Marisnick acquired at the trade deadline from the Cubs. Yes, he went. That's a strike anyway. It's 1-2.
Another cutter right there at the top of the zone.
Tyler Gilbert has been very efficient. Last 4 innings, pitches per inning, 11, 16, 9, and 10. Bounce to first. Havens there. Gilbert hustles over there, and he beats Grisham to the bag. That's 7 straight retired. 2 outs in the 6th. And while we have a moment, a quick word from Alaska USA Federal Credit Union.
Alaska USA Federal Credit Union. Strength in members. Visit us at 12 Valley locations or at alaskausa.org.
Pitcher spot is up. Marisnik bats for Musgrove. 214 and 5 homers. He flied out as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning on Thursday. Did not appear in last night's game for the Padres. Acquired at the deadline from the Cubs.
Now the beat goes on for Padres starting pitching since July 1st. The Padres as a team are 2 games under 500, 17 and 19. Their starters ERA over that span 5.71. And that'll go up tonight.
They have had injuries. They've had disappointing performances, and that certainly is not unfair to categorize it that way for Musgrove tonight. There's Chris Paddock on the right. He's on the injured list right now. They're also missing Dinelson Lamet. A fly ball out to left center. Peralta has got it. Tyler Gilbert in his first major league start. A no-hitter through 6. Christian Skywalker Star Wars bobblehead giveaway today and tomorrow. Ballpark food everywhere. It's a look around the ballpark. From the T-Mobile coverage cam, D-backs and the Padres, and it's been all Diamondbacks so far. They have 6 runs on 10 hits. They lead at 6-0. Tyler Gilbert, the rookie left-hander's first major league start, and through 6 innings, San Diego does not have a base hit.
How about that? There was a near no-hitter earlier today. Taijuan Walker against the Dodgers went 6 innings of no-hit baseball against LA. That was interesting. That was a Walker Buehler Taijuan Walker matchup. Walker Buehler.
That's pretty funny.
That is cool.
Solid work. Alaska USA Federal Credit Union calling the bullpen. Here's the left-hander Matt Strahm, only his 5th appearance of the year. He missed much of the first half of the year recovering from knee surgery. And we saw him work 1 1/3 of an inning on Thursday in the opener. Nick Ahmed leads off the 6th. Nick has popped up. He's singled 1 for 2. D-backs a chance to clinch a series victory against the Padres and go for the sweep tomorrow with Zach Gallen on the mound. It's a bullpen game for San Diego. Their scheduled starter as of right now is Craig Stammen, who has appeared in the first 2 games of this series in relief. So they are really stretched thin. Nick punches that one down the right field line. Fair ball. It's in the corner. It's a leadoff double for Nick Ahmed. He's 2 for 3.
Third leadoff double in the ball game for the Diamondbacks. Nick just tomahawks a pitch about eye high over the middle of the plate, coming right at you. Just fair down into that corner for Will Myers.
Diamondbacks with a whole bunch of extra base hits. A chance now for Tyler Gilbert. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Here come the corners. Hosmer way in there from first. Mentioned that Dodger Met game. They're still playing in New York, tied up 1-1. They're in the 9th at Citi Field. Rockies and Giants tied up 1-1. They're in the 3rd in San Francisco. That's bunted fair, third base side. Little bobble there by Manny Machado. Gilbert moves Ahmed along. Don't forget, Hispanic Heritage Weekend is only a few weeks away, September 24th through the 26th against the Dodgers. It's presented by Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, and you can add this Los D-backs snakehead cap to your collection in our game on Saturday, September 25th. Get your tickets at losdbacks.com. That's got a cool Serpientes look to it. So Tyler Gilbert, a good bunter as well as a good pitcher. Josh Van Meter, what a day he's had in the leadoff spot. A double, a single, and a walk. He scored a run, 2 for 2.
Seems like the Padres have had their infield playing in at the cut of the grass more than they've been playing back today. The D-backs have had a lot of runners at third base.
6 runs on 11 hits so far. Zeros across the board for San Diego. Big cut at a curveball, 0-2. Diamondbacks today have 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run. 11 hits. Strom has been knocked around a bit as of late since he came back off the knee surgery. 4 earned runs given up in his last 2 appearances. Van Meter. That gets down in left center. Josh Van Meter makes it 7-0. That's his 3rd hit tonight.
A real nice approach against the lefty that time. Stayed on that ball. Yeah, it was actually middle of the plate. I thought it was a little farther away with the naked eye, but Josh stays right on it, drives it in front of Trent Grisham out there in left center field, and Nick will just trot home with the 7th run.
Josh Van Meter in the leadoff spot. 2 singles, a double, and a walk. He scored a run. He's knocked in a run. 7-zip now. And the batter is Ketel Marte. There's a base hit for Ketel. The hit parade continues. Van Meter's on the move. They'll stop him at 3rd. And it's a double for Ketel. Another extra base hit for the Diamondbacks. That's his 2nd double tonight.
Now wastes no time. Gets a pitch up over the inner 3rd of the plate and bangs it down into that left field corner. Long run for Tommy Pham. That allows Van Meter to go 1st to 3rd. Ketel chugs into 2nd base.
2nd and 3rd. The run is in. Still only 1 out. Pavin Smith, the batter. He has singled twice and scored twice. 2 for 3. Got the corner with a slider. Pavin, a .245 hitter this year against left-handers. Diamondbacks now 7 runs on 13 hits. Padres no runs on no hits. And Meter at 3rd. Marte and the kicks at 2nd. He's got that same pair on, or is it a different pair?
I can't remember. We'll have to keep track right left. Look at
it. Well, the Padres sort of owed that one by the baseball gods. They've lined into a few of those tonight. Right to Hosmer at 1st, out number 2.
Kind of cool. You saw Josh Rojas in the background right there, kind of doing the same thing Pavin Smith was doing at the plate. Pavin unfortunately lines that right to Eric Hosmer at 1st.
Here is Rojas, who came in when Asdrubal Cabrera was ejected for arguing a called 3rd strike, or a swinging 3rd strike, I should say, by Scott Berry. And Josh's last time up had an RBI triple. took over in right field, and Pavin Smith moved from right field to first base, replacing his Drupal. There's the strike. High fly ball to center for Trent Grisham. Diamondbacks strand 2. They get one more, and after 6, they have a 7-0 lead. Answer for the 7th inning. Nova Home Loans. Real loans for real people living real lives. Nova Home Loans. We've got this. Well, Tyler Gilbert has certainly got this. A 7-0 lead. Only his 4th ever big league appearance. His first career start. And he's already established a Diamondback record, the longest hitless start for a D-backs pitcher, making his first ever major league start is right now. It's been the longest since Alex Young in June of 2019. 6 no-hit innings for Gilbert, who has set down 8 straight and 16 of the last 17. Tommy Pham has been the only Padre base runner. He has walked twice. Both times he was eliminated on a double play ball hit by Adam Frazier. Gilbert with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Talked with Torey Lovullo earlier today. Told us that Tyler is built up to go as long as they need him to. He's been starting all year at AAA Reno. So this is not a bullpen game or an opener by any stretch now. They feel like he's fairly stretched out. Tyler's last start just over 2 weeks ago, July 29th, for Reno at Sacramento. He was outstanding. 6 innings, a run on 3 hits. He struck out 10 through 91 pitches in that start. Back on July 29th, he's at 77 right now. 3-1 on Pham with Frazier on deck. Then it's Manny Machado. Tyler Gilbert has worked only as a reliever the last 4 years. Acquired by the Diamondbacks in the AAA phase of the Rule 5 draft, and they converted him back into a starter. And that appears to have been the right move. He said the other day and insisted that his stuff right now is as good for him as it's ever been. He's really confident with that based on the way he's pitched at Reno.
You wouldn't get much argument from the Padres hitters tonight.
Nope. 3-2 to Pham. Gilbert made 10 starts for the Aces this year. He allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 6 of those 10 starts. So he might be an undiscovered gem here. He's got Dalton Varsho back there one more time on 3-2 to Tommy Pham. And he's walked Pham for the 3rd time. He's been the only Padre base runner. Of course, Pham is among the National League leaders in bases on balls, so that's nothing new. But both times he's walked previously, Frazier has hit into a double play.
Yeah, one was a ground ball to second base, the other a bullet line drive right at Pavin Smith. At first he just turned around and stepped on the bag to double off Pham.
And that means Tyler Gilbert has been living right, because Frazier leads the major leagues in hits. But so far he's 0 for 2. In fact, he's got a 9-game hitting streak coming into this one. 4th time this season Frazier's had a hit streak of at least 9 games. His season high is 13. Line to third, and Ellis is there. Drew Ellis. Well, there's your defensive play. You need one in every no-no, we're told. We got a number of them tonight.
Yeah, and not an easy play for Drew Ellis. He was drawn in to protect against a possible bunt for a base hit. You see how close he is. No reaction time at all. Just kind of a lean and a dive to his left that time to take away a base hit from Adam Frazier.
So Ellis, who hit his first career homer in the 1st inning, makes a nice play there. Now it's Manny Machado. 83 pitches for Tyler Gilbert. 50 strikes. Machado 0 for 2. And he struck out to end the first and lined out to left to end the fourth. Tommy Pham with very good speed. 13 stolen bases on the year, but down 7-0. Probably staying put at first. Fastball misses in at 21. Tyler Gilbert from Felton, California, USC Trojan. 6th rounder by the Phillies in 2015. D-backs got him in the minor league Rule 5 draft in December. Pavin Smith has got it. 2 outs in the 7th. Jake Cronenworth now.
Tyler Gilbert just jammed one of the best hitters in baseball with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball right in on his hands. He has no fear.
He insisted he felt really good about this opportunity and was really comfortable. Got that pitch in there. Cronenworth has twice flying out to center. Diamondbacks acquired Tyler Gilbert in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft in December. They got him off the Dodgers roster. He did not get to pitch last year. Worked, as Jody told us earlier, in the family's electrician business in San Jose, or Santa Cruz. On the ground to second. Van Meter. Tyler Gilbert in his first career major league start. A no-hitter through 7. Our Chaz Roberts air conditioning and plumbing cool plays of the game. Diamondbacks with a 5-run first against Joe Musgrove. They had a 5-0 lead 6 batters into the ball game. Drew Ellis, the rookie, his first career home run, a 3-run shot. Part of a 5-run first in support of Tyler Gilbert, making his first career major league start, and he's thrown 7 no-hit innings.
There've been a few hard hit balls, a couple of nice defensive plays behind him, but he's been fearless out there on the mound today, just filling up the strike zone, especially the top reaches of the strike zone. Got a double play on a line drive right there. Snagged a drive off the bat of Eric Hosmer right back to the mound. He's been fun to watch.
Checking in with bullpen coach Mike Fetters. He has 1 over the minimum through 7. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and no hits. All 3 walks to Tommy Pham. Peralta leads off the 7th against Strom. Matt Strom in for Joe Musgrove, who struggled through 5, but got him at least into the 6th inning. Now Strom out there for his 2nd inning of work. David had an RBI single in that 5-run first. He's 1 for 3. He's got another hit right here. It's in the gap. Myers over to cut it off. Peralta, big turn, and the freight train puts on the brakes. He got 2 hits on his birthday. Peralta, 34 years old today.
It took a great play by Will Myers to hold him to a long single right here. That ball is ripped toward the gap in right center field out near the pool area. Myers closes ground, makes a nice backhanded play, sets his feet, and fires it back into second base to hold David, who had taken a big turnaround first base.
There's one of the heroes, Drew Ellis, who made a nice diving grab on a ball in the top half of this inning. Ellis, the start at third base, 1 for 3. His first career major league home run, a 3-run shot. Of course, Bob, when people look at this ball game, they're going to ask, well, people like you, how much did that 5-run first inning play into the idea that Tyler Gilbert had a little comfort zone there to work with in his first ever start?
Certainly didn't hurt anything.
Wouldn't think. Had the chance to just kind of go out there and do his thing. Not far enough away from Nola for Peralta to advance.
I mean, you mentioned 3 walks, all to Tommy Pham. It's not like he's shied away from the strike zone or anything like that. You know, sometimes a guy will get a no-hitter deep into the ball game and start nibbling. You know, I don't want to give up that first hit. I'm going to make sure I keep that ball out of the middle of the plate. But that hasn't been the case with Tyler. He's going right after these Padre hitters.
1-2 on Ellis.
And consequently, there's been some hard contact, but you know, fortunately, a lot of the hard hit balls have been right at D-backs defenders.
There he is going over the next inning with Mike Fetters, the bullpen coach. It'll be Nola, Hosmer, and Myers, 5, 6, and 7 in the San Diego 8th. Drop to third. Here comes Manny. Nice belt high hop. They get 1, and that's it. And we get a quick word from 72 Sold.
Hey baseball fans, with 72 Sold you can sell your home now at absolute top of the market and then stay for up to 6 months. Get our price for your home at 72sold.com.
One out for Dalton Varsho, who has walked, doubled, and struck out after his walk-off homer last night. Dalton was saying after the game last night he didn't know if there's another thing you can compare it to in life. Hitting a walk-off homer, adrenaline through the roof. Well, I bet Tyler Gilbert's got some pumping right now.
I bet you Dalton Varsho does too. I mean, that means a lot to a catcher to put down the right fingers for a guy, have a night like this.
Just beyond a diving Cronenworth. Ellis stops at second. Varsho aboard for the 3rd time. Boy, he's really heating up. Chase Tingler out to get his left-hander. Diamondbacks now with 15 hits. And the Padres with a threadbare rotation, a tired bullpen, looking at a bullpen game tomorrow. And they trail this one 7-0 back after this. Friendly with you, our Gila River game summary. A 5-run first inning for the Diamondbacks against Joe Musgrove, including Drew Ellis's first career home run. A 3-run shot to get 5 across. They got to Musgrove fast and furious. In the meantime, Tyler Gilbert in his first career big league start has not given up a hit through 7 and holds a 7-0 lead. Diamondbacks trying to add to that here. Our Alaska USA Federal Credit Union called to the bullpen. Right-hander Miguel Diaz up from AAA El Paso for the 6th time this year.
Kind of an unsung member of that Padres bullpen. He's done a nice job for Chase Tingler, pitching to a 2.80 ERA in his 35 1/3 innings of work. Struck out 40 batters. Throws a lot of changeups. Changeup and a 4-seam fastball.
Nick Ahmed, who has singled and doubled in his last 2 at-bats, is the hitter. 1 out in the 7th. Ellis at second and Varsho's at first. Nick last time up against Matt Strahm in the 6th inning punched a double into the right field corner. Came around to score and a Josh Van Meter RBI single. Van Meter's had a big night in the leadoff spot. Josh with 3 hits and a walk. He's got a double and RBI. Marte has doubled twice. Pavin Smith has singled twice and scored twice. Rojas an RBI triple. Peralta's singled twice. Ellis is homered. Ahmed's 2 for 3. And don't forget Varsho with a walk, a double, and a single. 7 runs on 15 hits.
Every position player has at least 1 hit, and the pitcher Tyler Gilbert's put down 2 perfect sacrifice bunts, so everybody's contributing offensively tonight.
They can clinch a series win with the finale set for tomorrow and Zach Gallen on the mound. Just foul at third. A chance for Hot Plate Harrison.
Oh, took a bad hop away from Hot Plate. He's going to have to run.
Look at Hot Plate go. He's got range. See, it's all color coordinated. The red shoes, the red sweatbands, red glove. That is Tony Hot Plate Harrison. Why do they call him Hot Plate?
I believe it's because he heats up fast.
Sure does. We just saw it. He's my new favorite player. 1-2. That one is smothered by Hosmer. He'll get one, and that's it. Nice play by Eric Hosmer. 4 Gold Gloves down there at first.
That was a nice play. That looked like that was a base hit into right field. D-backs were going to have possibly first and third with another run on the board, but Hosmer and his Gold Glove makes a nice diving stop. Has the presence of mind to get the lead runner at second base right there rather than try to make a tough play back to Diaz covering first.
Hosmer 4 Gold Gloves as a Kansas City Royal. Here is the pitcher Gilbert on the corners with 2 outs. No sacrifice bunts here forthcoming.
Might as well get your first knock here tonight too.
Check all the boxes. He's got Drew Ellis down there at third. Nick Ahmed at first base. Diamondbacks 5 in the first against Joe Musgrove. They added 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. They can tack on 1 more right here in the 7th. Doesn't bite on the change of pace, and it's 2-2. Van Meter, a tremendous night batting leadoff. Waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance. 2-2 to the pitcher, Tyler Gilbert. And there's the strikeout. So we look to the 8th inning. Nola, Hosmer, Myers coming up. No hits for San Diego. The 8th inning, Diamondbacks with a 5-run first. They lead at 7-0. Decide baseball's biggest blooper. You can win your own error-free fan experience. Fill out the MLB Oops bracket presented by Mattress Firm at MLB.com/bracket. And your chance to win is right there. There are restrictions, so check out the official rules. Well, there have been 7 no-hitters in the major leagues this year. The all-time record is 8, set in 1884. There was a Cubs combo no-hitter the last time. The first one was by tonight's starter Joe Musgrove for the Padres. Sanderson Ford bullpen. New Diamondback J.B. Wendelken perhaps set to make his D-back debut. Gilbert no hits through 7. He's at 88 pitches. Fly ball to left off the bat of Austin Nola. Peralta's at the wall. Hey, he's got it. Well, Tyler's dad liked it in his D-backs jersey. The freight train at the wall and left.
Well, a little cutter right on the inside corner. You can see Tyler eyeballing that ball. Stay in the park. Yes, indeed.
The Gold Glover, David Peralta, up against the wall. Eric Hosmer. Ahmed is there. 2 outs in the 8th. Nice scoop by Pavin Smith. There's Tyler's dad. He's 4 outs away. Will Myers is the hitter. The longest ever hitless start for a Diamondbacks pitcher making his first ever major league start. 27-year-old left-hander Tyler Gilbert, acquired in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft in December. Myers 0 for 2. Center field, Ketel Marte. 3 outs on 3 pitches in the 8th. He needs 3 more. Tyler Gilbert, this is your night. In the leadoff spot for the Diamondbacks. D-backs with 7 runs, 15 hits. Our nationwide vision eye on the game. He got it started with a double and a run scored in that 5-run first, a single in the second after a walk in the 4th, an RBI knock in the 6th. Josh Van Meter getting it done in the leadoff spot. And he's going to lead off the 8th. How the nerves over there?
Oh, I love this. This is great.
Tyler Gilbert, his first major league start, just his 4th appearance. A guy they got in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft. 27-year-old left-hander.
Same seats, same thoughts.
Right. Made his major league debut just about 2 weeks ago, and now here he is, 3 outs away. Padres have 3 defenders on the first base side of the infield against Van Meter. If you're wondering, the answer is yes. There has been a no-hitter in a pitcher's first career start, but only one in the modern era. It was by Bobo Holloman in 1953 for the St. Louis Browns against the Philadelphia A's. That's the only time it's happened since 1900. There it is. That game, by the way, at the very first Busch Stadium in front of a packed house of 2,473.
Wow, standing room only.
So Tyler Gilbert can join Bobo Holloman of the 1953 St. Louis Browns. 2-1 on Josh Van Meter.
Hey, you heard me say same seats, same thoughts. Gracie will back this up. And Gracie's been behind some pitchers throwing no-hitters late in the ball game, and that's the mantra. Whatever you did in the previous inning, do it again. If you went down and sat at the far end of the dugout, go sit down there again. If you went up to the clubhouse to get a cup of coffee, go get another cup of coffee. Mike Fetters is the only guy that's been sitting there next to Gilbert all night long.
He's at 91 pitches right now. He threw 91 exactly the last time he started a game, which was for AAA Reno July 29th, just over 2 weeks ago. That was at Sacramento. Worked 6 innings, had 10 strikeouts. 3-2 on Van Meter. Miguel Diaz gets his second strikeout, 1 away. Make sure you have the Bally Sports app. You can follow the D-backs, stream their games and D-backs live, and also get more team coverage, game replays, and exclusive content. It's D-backs baseball on the Bally Sports app. It's presented locally by your Valley Honda dealer. Ketel Marte has doubled twice. He's 2 for 4. Last player to go at least 7 innings without giving up a hit in his first ever start was Brandon Morrow of the 2008 Seattle Mariners. Did that against the Yankees, went 7 2/3. Tyler Gilbert is through 8, and he's 3 outs away. There have been 7 no-hitters in the majors this year. Joe Musgrove, tonight's starter for San Diego, threw the first one. That was in early April at Texas. Since then, Carlos Rodon of the White Sox, John Means of the Orioles, former D-back Wade Miley threw one for the Reds. Spencer Turnbull of the Tigers, Corey Kluber of the Yankees, and the Cubs had a combo no-no. And now Tyler Gilbert, 3 outs away from joining Musgrove on that list. 3-2 pitch. San Diego in the 9th inning has 8, 9, and 1 due up. Of course, Mad Bum threw a no-hitter this year, but you know, they're being really nitpicky about the whole 7 innings thing. So you know, San Diego has Trent Grisham, then the pitcher spot, then Tommy Pham. Due up in the 9th inning, 8, 9, and 1. Pham has been their only base runner tonight. He's walked 3 times. Slicing out to deep left field. Here's Tommy Pham at the wall, and he's got it. 2 outs in the 8th. Pavin Smith has singled twice and scored twice. He's 2 for 4. Now, when this inning ends, fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to keep you live inside the ballpark at Chase Field. And we will not go to commercial. We'll keep it right here with Tyler Gilbert 3 outs away from a no-hitter. A Diamondbacks pitcher has never thrown a no-hitter in this ballpark. They've had 2 in their history, both on the road, of course. The first one was Randy's perfecto in Atlanta back in 2004. The last one far from perfect in terms of the bases on balls, but Edwin Jackson no hits against the Rays in 2010. One more time for Pham in left field near the line. And we will keep it right here. Here comes Tyler Gilbert. Just 3 career major league appearances, all earlier this month, all in relief. This is his first career major league start, and he's 3 outs away. There's Dad.
I'll tell you what, partner, it's been a long time since I've had goosebumps at the ballpark.
I know how you feel.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is fun. Last time a Diamondback pitcher threw a no-hitter was June 25th, 2010. Edwin Jackson at the Trop. The Trop. Of course, the other one was Randy Johnson's perfect game in Atlanta 2004. The catcher in that ball game, Robbie Hammock. And Hammer is in the dugout right now as the first base coach. So Randy in 04, Edwin Jackson in 2010. Tonight, Tyler Gilbert can join that list.
Edwin Jackson, one of the all-time good guys in the game of baseball. Really happy for him, and I was obviously extremely happy for Randy.
Here are the no-hitters, as we mentioned earlier. Musgrove, who had that 5-run first inning tonight, threw the first one in his second start as a Padre at Texas. Since then, there was a run there where there was one almost every other week, it seemed. Musgrove had a rough one tonight. This has been Tyler Gilbert's night. 8, 9, and 1 due up. There's Dad. Trent Grisham, the center fielder, who has grounded out twice, will lead it off in the San Diego ninth. Ha-Sung Kim is in the on-deck circle, sent to bat in the pitcher's spot. Then it's Tommy Pham.
Now, Tyler's gotten the last 6 outs in this ball game on only 10 pitches. I mean, you need a lot of things to happen right, and it has happened right up to this point.
That's slicing out play. Tyler Gilbert, acquired in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft in December. They got him from the Dodgers roster. He did not even pitch last year. Was a non-roster invitee to spring training. Worked in the family business as an electrician. Dodgers had picked him up from the Phillies in the spring in a trade for the outfielder Kyle Garlick. A 6th-round pick by the Phillies out of USC. Worked a long time in their minor league system, mostly as a reliever. D-backs this year converted him back into a starter. 1-2. Called strike 3. Got him. 2 outs to go.
That's been a good pitch for him all night long. That elevated cutter, always working across the top of the strike zone. Just froze Grisham that time.
Ha-Sung Kim will bat for the pitcher. 208 and 6 home runs. In the series so far, he has lined out and struck out in a pinch hit role. Cutter is strike one. Kim as a pinch hitter this year, 3 for 26. Pham is the on-deck hitter. A little low for Scott Berry. It's 1-1. No Diamondbacks pitcher has ever thrown a no-hitter in this ballpark. This is Tyler Gilbert's first career start in the major leagues. 1-2 on Ha-Sung Kim. Varsho gives a look. It's into the screen. Tyler Gilbert told reporters the other day his stuff this year and lately is as good as it's ever been. He was really confident about that based on the way he pitched at Reno. 2-2 to Kim. Called strike three. Ring him up. He's 1 out away. And how about this? The last man standing for the Padres is the only guy that's been on base in a San Diego uniform. Tommy Pham, the leadoff hitter, has walked 3 times. Tyler Gilbert, no hits through 8 2/3. He's 1 out away. Center field, Marte, it's a no-hitter. Tyler Gilbert has thrown a no-hitter in his first career major league start. The first Diamondbacks pitcher ever to throw a no-no in this ballpark, and just the 3rd in their history. Pham had walked 3 times, their only base runner all night long. He lined it to right center. Ketel Marte was there for the final out. Randy Johnson, a perfect game in 2004. Edwin Jackson in 2010. Now in 2021, it's Tyler Gilbert in his first big league start. What a night.
What a night. Wow.
Wow.
Final totals for tonight's game for the San Diego Padres. No runs, no hits.
They got him in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft. Just his 4th ever appearance in the major leagues, his first start. And he just threw a no-hitter.
And good on Dalton Varsho. Outstanding job. A guy making only his 22nd start behind home plate calls a no-hitter. Let it fly.
Here he is. There's the family. What a night. Just the 2nd no-hitter thrown at Chase Field. The first was by St. Louis's Jose Jimenez. back in 1999. Look out behind you, Tyler. Here comes the freight train. Freight train coming through. Pat O'Connell going to get him wired up. We'll talk to Tyler Gilbert right here. Tyler, can you hear me?
I can.
It's Steve and Bob up here. Congratulations.
Thank you. There you are.
Yeah, we're right over here.
All right.
What was that like?
Crazy. It's not going to hit me for probably another day. I don't know what just happened. That was crazy.
You said the other day that this year your stuff has been as good as it's ever been. Was that the case tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was making good pitches, trying to get my two-seam away and cut her in, and I was using that all night. So a couple hard-hit balls, but I'm glad there was people there to get them, so it was good.
Tyler, this is as excited as we've seen this Diamondbacks fan here at Chase Field in a long time. How much did that help you tonight?
And, a lot. It was crazy. I tried to tune it out as much as I could, but at that last inning, I heard everything, and it was a moment.
Whew. Take your time, buddy. You've earned it. You said the other day that it was nice to have your Major League debut here about a week or so ago in relief. Your family was there for that as well.
Yeah.
Did that help get the butterflies out to set you up for that start tonight?
Definitely. Yeah, I felt a lot better going into this one. Still a little nervous, but whatever. You know, it's all good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tyler
Appreciate
Gilbert, way to go.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
The first Diamondbacks pitcher ever to throw a no-hitter in this ballpark. Tyler Gilbert, just the third in history.
Now let him.
Well, Bob, you and I have completed our work for the night. How you doing over there?
I'm exhausted.
I know how you feel.
Outstanding.
Wow. Well, let's turn it over to D-Backs Live post-game show now. Gracie and Jody, guys, it's all yours.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Unbelievable night here at Chase Field. Jody Jackson, Mark Grace here, and you and I will watch really those last two innings. Just unbelievable fearlessness from Tyler Gilbert. I'm going to throw it. You try to hit it. And he completed that no-hitter extremely efficiently. Gracie, your thoughts on tonight's performance by Tyler Gilbert in his first career start?
I mean, talk about witnessing history. We witnessed. This hasn't been done. He is now in the same breath as Randy Johnson. You know, obviously Edwin Jackson, but that was. We talked about his poise on the pregame show. And in order to do something like that in your first major league start, boy, you talk about some poise.
It's pretty unflappable.
We just witnessed history, Jody. I kind of dig witnessing history. Thank you very much.
I was so glad to be able to visit with his parents, Greg, Peggy, Grandpa Jim, and his family up there. I was glad I made that visit because I got to know them a little bit and just to sense their appreciation for their son to have this chance, because I think he felt like he just needed a chance. And the Diamondbacks were able to give him that, and he goes out and throws a no-hitter. He put in a lot of hard work. I'll kind of repeat the report that I had mid-game, and that, you know, last year didn't have that minor league season. That was very, very difficult. He had been with the Phillies. He had been with the Dodgers. And his dad told me, you know, he worked so hard that he knew he was going to make it here this year.
And not only did he make it, but he came in his very first time ever, and he came in relief, and he pitched a scoreless inning, and he showed. I remember Carson Kelly. I was like, you know, this is major league debut, Carson. What did you say to him? He goes, I didn't need to say anything to him. He's a cool customer, and boy, he was cool out there today. That's a very good lineup that he just no-hit. This is a very talented baseball team as he gets a hug from his family. Man, I just want to shut up and watch this right now.
27-year-old Tyler Gilbert in his first career start throws the only no-hitter to be thrown by a Diamondbacks pitcher here at Chase Field. And it has been an unbelievable thing to watch. Stay with us. We've got a full post-game show coming at you in moments. Stay right here.